It's May 7th, 2021. This is Hank from the Wildflower Bee Farm. Canola everywhere. This is volunteer canola that just popped up on the farm, and the bees are loving it, which is what's contributing to this just the crazy swarming behavior. And we have a swarm story we're going to finish today because I think I finally figured it out. So remember, canola pollen is one of the best pollens for bees, which is why we haven't chopped this down. We're going to just let it grow. Now, I was surprised to note this week that the log hive was starting to swarm. You can see here that just a mass of bees coming out of this small log hive. First one of the year, it looked like, and they were ready to go, buzzing like you wouldn't believe. So I sat and waited, and very shortly they dispersed, which means they left the hive. Hopefully, there you see them. They left the hive looking for a spot, and they started to congregate on a white pine way up high. Now remember, our philosophy is to put out places for them to go, and we don't catch the swarms. We let them go wherever they like, because there's a whole voting process, a democracy thing, and we just want bees to do their natural way. And if they want to stay with us, great. But if they find a better place somewhere else, then you got to let them go. But guess what? After putting a cluster together, they came back to the hive. They didn't go anywhere. And I was surprised a few hours later to see them all back again. Now, doing some research, I found out that, well, maybe the queen decided not to come. She said, hey, I'm not going. So they all left, but she stayed behind. We're just not sure. Or maybe this is a secondary swarm, and the first swarm did go somewhere else. Well, gradually it got colder, really cold. And you can see the hive would look like it was packed with bees, and there was this small little group, cluster. Perhaps they were on a queen. Perhaps there was just no more room for them. I don't know. So that night it went down to -1, and then we also got some rain. You can see there's a bit of rain dripping there. Not sure what happened. Not sure if this is a second swarm, because bees will often do that, or if this what is left of the first when all the others sort of stuff themselves back into the hive. So the next morning, again, I was shocked when I saw what had happened, because I've never seen this before. Turns out the next morning we had another group ready, it looked like, to swarm again. Now, was this another swarm? Because sometimes bees will swarm 3 times. Or was it still that first swarm getting set to go? We have no idea, so we kept watching. And of course, the next night it went down and got cold again. And the bees, we weren't sure what was going to happen. And then we saw this the next morning. And when we came back again, we saw fewer bees. And eventually when we got back, and we kept checking all the other empty, vacant hives we had set up, couldn't find any. There was nothing going on, just a little bit of scouting here and there, but not a lot. And then it sort of boiled down to this. They seemed like they were all gone, and we just didn't know where they had gone. And you can see some bees in there fanning pheromones and communicating and doing all that kind of stuff. So then we went and we did another check at our vacant hives. And this is what we discovered. Now, is this hive that I'm about to show you, was this scouts or was this a new hive? This was an empty hive. Looks like bees have moved in. Look at them all. We were shocked. And then we checked out another vacant log hive, and we found this. It looked like 2 swarms had moved in to these 2 empty hives. I have no idea, but it looks like the mystery was solved. The first swarm probably set inside this log hive, because we didn't check the second time or third time when they swarmed, and the other hive likely went into that other empty Langstroth hive. We'll keep an eye on it and keep you posted. What a mystery solved, perhaps. Tell us what you think. I'm Hank at the Wildflower Bee Farm. Have an amazing day.